Looking into the mirror, the gruff-fru appeared pleased.
I see. Yes, this will do. My love, he will arrive shortly. Too much time being spent hiding what they sought. Striking, hammering. Why? Unnecessary. They are no longer here.
A svartalv.
Thief! Sticky fingers, this belongs to me! All of it!
The svartalv yelled as the small creature moved closer to the silver vein.
Magical, shining, glimmering, wanting me to have it. You shall have nothing. Although, if you'd like to use my smelter, perhaps we could work something out. Pay up, or get lost. It's up to you. Would this allow me to use the smelter?
The small creature asked. The svartalv bit into the iron coin before putting it into his pocket.
Look at that, Sticky Fingers. You had something of value after all, and now you don't. Fine, don't pester me anymore. Use the smelter. Thief! Sticky Fingers, this belongs to me! All of it!
The svartalv yelled as the small creature moved closer to the silver vein.
Magical, shining, glimmering, wanting me to have it. You shall have nothing.
After the creature had managed to align the correct combination of symbols, it was able to lift the heavy chest lid. Inside, the creature found a sack of fresh food along with an old metal mug.
The beast is back, brother,
The tall Vata whispered cautiously.
Remember the plan,
The short Vata responded with a clenched jaw.
but it's presenting us with fresh supplies.
The tall Vata mumbled as his mouth began to water.
Hush, the beast can do whatever it likes. Be quiet while I try to distract it.
The short Vata responded, throwing an old saw blade across the cave. As they turned silent, the small creature carefully picked up the shining object while leaving the supplies beside the stalagmites. The small creature used the saw it had assembled to cut through the thick root. The creature quietly watched as the thick sap engulfed the rock, coating it in a golden layer, quickly hardening from the cold of the mountain.
What's that you have there, Sticky Fingers? Wherever did you find this gem?
The svartalv's eyes fixated on the amber.
It's glowing. I need it. Give it to me.
The small creature pondered what to do as the svartalv continued.
What? Well, how about this? I'll allow you to take a small piece of ore from my silver vein. How does that sound? A small chunk? What do you say?
Before the small creature could answer, the Svartalv quickly put the amber into his pocket.
A trade is a trade. Now leave. I've already said you could have a small piece of my silver ore, if you can get it out of the wall, that is.
The Svartalv grinned as he kept his hands protectively over his pocket. Using the pickaxe, the creature managed to chop off a small chunk of silver ore. A large silver vein, previously hidden from greedy eyes, had appeared in the middle of the cave.
How wonderful!
The small creature thought.
How could I not have seen such a beautiful thing earlier?
Although it had managed to get the Svartalv to share the vein, the small creature had to get the precious ore off the cave wall by itself. No. The creature put the small chunk of ore into the hot smelter and waited as thick molten silver poured out from underneath it. The creature carefully filled the dipper to the brim with molten silver. As the creature poured the molten silver into the cast, it cracked, making it possible for the small creature to push it aside. As the cast was removed, a shining silver bell was revealed. The sound of bells, especially ones made out of silver, are said to be horrific to certain evil beings. The molten silver had been molded into the shape of a beautiful bell.
What a wonderful object!
The small creature thought as it tried to make out its reflection in the shining bell. Trying its hardest, the creature managed to pick up the heavy silver bell. Using the saw, the creature managed to create a hole large enough for it to pass through. In the middle of the chamber, there was a large head half buried in the cave floor. Bergrasaur are dangerous, enormous beings long since forgotten by most folk. Long ago, they sought shelter deep within the mountains, remaining in an endless sleep to shut out the sounds of man.
Is it alive?
The small creature whispered, looking anxiously to the alva on its shoulder. As the creature moved its tiny hand across the huge head, it could feel a strange warmth emanating from it. resonated throughout the cave. The ground began to quake. The previously lifeless Baueresque had awoken from his long slumber, enraged by the noise made by the small creature and its friend.
Brothers,
The fat Vater said happily.
I'm back again. It seems my brothers are disappointed with my efforts.
The fat Vater said with a heavy sigh as he awkwardly took his place beside the tall Vater.
If they are not willing to talk, I guess I will have to find you a reward myself.
The fat Vater muttered as he rummaged around on the floor.
It's not much, but here you go. I'm truly grateful for your help.
The deep chasm had been filled to the brim with water, leading it through the caves. As it reached down into the water, the creature could feel the strong flow of the newly created river with its hand.
I wonder where the water is going.
The small creature said to the Alva as they watched the water flow through the chasm.
It's all ruined. We can't eat this.
The short Vater said, waving his tiny arms in the air.
Brother, the beast has returned.
The tall Vater said, tapping his brother on the shoulder.
The plan!
The short Vater cried out. A box was bobbing calmly on the surface of the water.
The contents of the box seems to be damaged.
The small creature said as it took a closer look at it. The small creature reached down into the box and found an old mushy apple. The seemingly endless abyss had surprisingly filled up with water.
I hope that whatever is down there knows how to swim.
The small creature said remorsefully. The creature reached down with its tiny hand and felt the chilling water flow between its fingers. The hedgehog quickly snatched the apple out of the small creature's hands and hurried back to its den. In its retreat, it had brushed off a couple of its spines on the ground.
I suppose I could take these with me.
The small creature said, saddened that the hedgehog didn't seem to want to become its friend. The small creature carefully began to comb the Gruffrew's hair, attempting to calm her down.
He will arrive soon. Preparations. Yes, I will welcome him at last. My appearance. What will he see?
The Gruffrew seemed slightly more relaxed, letting go of a pair of clamps that she had been frantically grasping. The Gruffrew had dropped a pair of clamps on the cave floor.
I wonder where she got these.
The creature gave the wingless Alva a pondering look.
It doesn't look like it belongs here.
As the Gruffrew didn't seem to want them anymore, the creature decided to bring the clamps with it.